Out of the range of coasters available in Planet Coaster, many of them can be traced back to real-life roller coasters and manufacturers. Out of the 56 roller coasters in Planet Coaster, the vast majority of them can be traced back to rides which feature across many parks around the world. For example, the range of B&M manufactured coasters in the game can all be traced to many universally known attractions, and despite other coasters being far less recognisable, they are either more rare, or rather, do keep to many of the traditions laid by more well-known coaster types. However, this ride type in Planet Coaster really slips under the radar when it comes to roller coaster recognisability. A ride which neither sits above or below the track and swings in a somewhat suspended way but at the same time doesn't. It's a ride difficult to explain, but it's this. In-game it's called the Pioneer. I guess it's more known for being the ride which has a big bird in it and no one uses it much. The coaster itself, from the looks of it, seems more family oriented. The idea of the ride is that guests board each end of the double-sided ride vehicle and each end sits on a carriage which sways according to how the G-forces are pushing the car. So while the carriage always tries to correct itself to stay vertical under the laws of gravity, the track is able to invert, making the riders simply just switch sides on the track in a strange and interesting way. However, in theory, perhaps it may be able to invert. So, as every Planet Coaster ride has some kind of place of origin, where does this one come from? Well, there is only one of these rides that ever exist, and it was built in a land far beyond reach from any human civilization. And that place is Sweden. Yeah, it was built in a park called Skara Summerland, and is one of 3 coasters built in the park. The ride is called Tranan, which translates to the crane from Swedish, hence the big bird on it. And it functions the same as it does in the game, and it seems like quite a fun and unique attraction. The ride was manufactured by S&S Worldwide, who are known for making very strange and unique coasters, but typically, we see their rides not making it past the prototype stage, in which I can imagine Tranan was simply just a prototype that didn't get anywhere. It's a shame, as it does seem like a fun attraction, however possibly the ride functions deter parks away from it and choose something more standard, cheaper and reliable. But how did this ride get on the game? Well, I imagine someone at Frontier Developments must have visited Skara Summerland and had such a memorable ride experience on the attraction, so much so that they decided it was a good idea to put it in the game. So yeah, this roller coaster type isn't something made up by Frontier, but it's rather strange how they decided to choose this specific coaster type over many other more common roller coaster builds around the world. But how does one effectively utilise this coaster in game though? Well, that tutorial will be left to another time. And that sums up a general overview of what I guess qualifies as the strangest and most unique ride type in Planet Coaster, and in fact, one of the most interesting coasters I've seen around the world.